Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be playing a game called The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, I've actually played, and by played I mean watched a Let's Play, of another Ace Attorney game, Phoenix Ace Wright, Ace Attorney. Yeah, I really enjoyed that game. It was really fun, and I actually was looking into playing another one of them, not this one specifically. I think it's called the Ace Attorney Investigations Collections, and that focuses on Miles Edgeworth and his story. But because I do not have
the Empire of Japan, after opening its doors,
it's starting.
A push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Okay, it's the opening segment. I don't know why my PC is like whirling. I'm not even running this game off my PC, it's off my Switch, but this is interesting. The tide, you say? Oh, that's interesting. They have like a whole anime for it. And yeah, I'm the number one culprit. Number one suspect. I'm literally holding the gun. It doesn't get any more point blank than this. The cafe. The great departure. But yeah, also want to mention that I have played like the first, I guess, investigation / episode. 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants and Chamber 5. I can't read. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. Me neither. How could it be that just beyond the doors of this quite little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Sorry. But yeah, you might be a little cooked. Oh, this guy. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Oh, that's a bit rude. Sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay, I didn't kill anyone. Probably. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. Oh, enough. That's enough. Hey, is this my friend? Oh, he's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will not hold your tongue, alright? Yeah, take that, bailiff. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. Oh, I'm a little worried about that. He has not graduated and he's defending me. Also, how is his, like, little, hair tied, like a bandana, like, blowing in the wind? Like, is there a draft near? And yet I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Okay, so he's like my number one, he's my day one. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yes, of course, sorry. What's your name again, though? What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. Well, I should have given them a different voice. I already gave a kind of a deep voice to the bailiff, though. What kind of voice? He seems cool. He seems, like, prepared, even though he hasn't graduated yet. I'll give him maybe I'll figure out as the story progresses. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry, okay, so his name's Kazuma. Ha ha ha. There you again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not. You have to believe me. I know I was holding the gun when he was shot, and I was there like immediately on the scene with the gun in my hand, but I didn't do it, okay? I can never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up, hold your head high. You mean, I believe you. I know you're innocent. Ryunosuke. Well, at least someone believes me. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year of Yume University. But he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering he's still an undergraduate. It's not that impressive. Oh, wait, was I saying that out loud? Hold on. Also, I need to like pause really quickly just to make sure that OBS is not jittering like in the Enter the Gungeon video, because that was not good. Let's get back to it. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. Damn, the concept of lawyers is a few years old. We're in the olden days. My qualifications don't mean much yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you. Oh, oops, I'm doing the wrong voice. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma, truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're gonna get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself into the most sophisticated legal system in the world? I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire. Oh, we're going to Britain in this game? I wish I could see it too. You probably will. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's city of London together. Oh, I don't know what we're going to be tearing up, but okay. If only we're that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. But then that's when it happened. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then. Partner. Okay, bye. Also, still don't understand how your like head bandana is doing that. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. That's when I allegedly shot that man. Allegedly. Asogi, can I have a word? Oh, who is this? Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Oh, this is our teacher? What's he got on his, like, stomach? let's get this old man voice. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asoge. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? Is he not my teacher as well? I feel as though I've seen him at the university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. I don't know who these people are though. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom. I guess you will. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. So we're just gonna wait to be possibly prosecuted and found guilty. Okay. Ugh, this is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at the Yume University. Ah, Professor Miko Toba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Soge has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. That's wild, because I didn't even know his name at the start. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Soge has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again. Oh my goodness. What? As I suspected. You're unaware of this. Dang. Bros are risking it for the biscuit for me. He's a real friend. I had a feeling Soge may have chosen not to tell you. Oh. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? Because they're the government and they can do whatever they want. The administration has chosen to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even the most favorable circumstances. I don't believe it. Me neither. But I didn't do it, I swear. I'm not a murderer. Then you have to prove it, or else you're both cooked. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Yeah, like the fact that I had the gun in my hand. Sorry, what do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. So what's gonna happen? But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer for anyone else. You must say, I do. I do. What, bro, what is this question? But what will the question be? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom. At once! It would seem our surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. Allow me to summarize. Kazuma Soge must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you. Anyways. Rose spat on me, on my name. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over, and what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. Yeah, I might be a little cooked. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. We're not worried at all, are we? Maybe a little bit, maybe, I don't know. November 22nd, 9 a.m., Supreme Court of Judicature. Oh my gosh, I look like I'm having heart palpitations. So, the Supreme Court of oh my god, not this word again. Judicature. I'm saying that so wrong, I can feel it in my bones. No court in the land has more power. I don't like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. Why? It'll be clear in time. But for now, it's because someone in the military did it and they want to get people to cover it up for them. You need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Oh gosh. All I remember is there's some baby somewhere in this trial. I don't know who has the baby, but it pulls up. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the the judge voice that Jay uses. Okay, alright, I'm gonna try. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute change, a request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to the trial. This is an unusual circumstance. I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? That's the first question. That's my question. This is it. This must be the question. Who's gonna defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Answer I do. Just say it. Don't wait. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, yes! I hope it's clear. Oh. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be what? What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything. Oh, oops, that's me. Just now, before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. Sorry. No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I can bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor, that was a horrible tisk. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. And well, does the accused admit defeat already, pronouncing his own counsel? Really? Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san? Yeah, yep. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's a complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime. Heinous crime indeed. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yeah, Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence, oh no, for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? Oh, it sounds too good. He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So, let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. I don't know. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But, wait. I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess, your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of R. Thank you so much for breaking the fourth wall. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all there. I just hit press R for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose. This is a list of evidence you've collected. I'll try switching to people instead with R. Okay. You'll find details about the victim here. When you're done, just press B to go back. Okay, this is... Oh, he's not that old, actually. He's only in his 40s. This man. Ugh. It's the most boldness from here. John H. Wilson. Is he American? Okay. Yeah, he's British. He is very British. John H. Wilson. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record. Then press X to present it. Try it now. Yes. Okay, this guy? Yes! Yes. Okay, the victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England invited to Yuma University 3 years ago. Yeah, he shouldn't have accepted that invite because he got clapped. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Ah yes, I know that very well myself. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yuma University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? Have you no hair, brother? Oh my goodness. Ugh, but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies of the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And Endor could be an expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it? Exactly. Our government means to convict someone as quickly as possible. Well, because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. And you had the bullet, the bukkake, the gun. My goodness. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. Alright. I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. I'll see you in English class tomorrow then, partner. You really were the best buds. The British Empire, wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. Oh, is that him? Was that John? I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. Bro, worst mistake of your life. So I went over to the professor's table. and introduce myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? They get shot? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, Reinosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Why can't I just lie? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select to present. Do it now. The post-mortem report. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by a loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. Bullet did not pass through the victim's body. Okay, yeah, he did get stabbed. Present this. Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. I'm to read you, imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The post-mortem report? In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Well, I don't know if that's real either. They could be lying. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the pattern of explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Or should we? Maybe we should. Maybe don't think too far into it. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I'm satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. Oh gosh. Certainly, Your Excellency. So without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of this case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. Yeah. So this is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I could still act as your assistant. Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me today, before he simply said... What did he say? Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control your sweats. Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Yeah, I know, for real. Where's this air coming from, bro? How is it getting this much airtime? The waiter. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Oh, my phone just turned off. Let's see if it's still going. Okay, what should I give this guy's voice? You know, he looks professional. I don't know what to give him, though. I'm very limited in my range of voices. Let's try to give him a cool voice, too. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called the Carnival. La 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 la. Oh! Brother, get that checked out. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some blood. Just wipes it off like it's nothing. It's a regular occurrence. Doesn't really bother me. Well, it really should. I guess he can't afford the medical bills? Dang. Wait, the waiter job not paying good enough? I'm sorry, dude. As everyone knows, the capital southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants. An Occidental eatery 3 days ago. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you know about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer, please. Perspiring maybe, but aspiring? Yeah, bro's got the sweats. It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have a few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory too. There's hardly anyone else at the place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. Did I say cockley? Oops. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. Oh, hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. Oh. Did you just object my objection? I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you'll be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have a chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Ugh. If I may confirm, 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today? Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No. There is no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, did he just say there was no one else around that table? What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, oh, there was someone with him. A girly pop. There was a woman sitting opposite him at his table. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? I think we'll get a time to cross-examine, so maybe we should wait and see. I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject. Ryunosuke, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you? I suppose I am. I'd never gotten to Yume University otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know. If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. Alright, you scared me. I won't forget that piece of evidence in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and wait to say it. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with them at the same table. He just objected my objection again. Dear me, dear me. What are we gonna do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. Yeah, no, this man's got medical issues. He needs to get checked out. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Nah, that doesn't make it evidence just because you drew it on paper, okay? Well, clearly you're a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. Oh, the court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. How's the evidence? He just drew it. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course, here you are. I knew I'd expect that. That's suspicious. What's that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh my. Something seems to have shaken him. Oh, yeah, he don't look too good. So, the court has now heard a precis of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency? If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. So we're going to take evidence from someone who's not even sworn in. That's wild. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? What do you mean? Help me? Well, I'm gonna be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Bro's looking at me like I'm pathetic. Edmund keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikutaba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. Yeah, bro does not care. Bro's just having his headband flow in the wind. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it? What? Kind of. If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. I don't know about whatever means. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? I might. The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. Oh. Table slam, first table slam. The defense pleads guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Dang, bro is standing on business. On his Justin Bieber, for real. Indeed. Prosecutor Ouchie. I'm probably saying that wrong too, I'm sorry. Please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned. Were warned? You were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck look of youth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Immediately. Oh my. Wait, why is that one on the left kind of look like Donovan Desmond? Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant, Aisa Nosa, reporting for duty, sir. Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasutai, humble premises in the 2nd District, Kyoryu, Korkuta, at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier? What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other tables that waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always past noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious, with which I may make my business. I can't understand the word that man is saying, me neither. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular Le Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets Le Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks like he'd be more of a seller than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct? Affirmative! Or the enemy unit was seen attacking a foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was black uniformed robe, infantry. Oh, there's the baby. Infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. A goo goo gaga for real, bro. It's a whole baby back there. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. I was always nervous. I was always jittery. The court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir. And savory memories of a most acerbic afternoon, huh? Their testimonies. Okay, I think I'm gonna read the testimonies in a normal voice. I was ingesting a regulation of beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. From the back? No, it can't be the back. Because the gunpowder was on the front. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad daylight. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true, Ryunosuke? You doubt me? Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. Why would you do that? Why on gobbledygook screen earth would you do that, bro? After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. Should have left sooner. Should have had that on to go. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting, I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang! Bada boom boom pow! Well, if that's the truth, there is obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Who could it be? And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses. Cross-examine? This is the best part. Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It's time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony of the court has heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict. Oh. Excuse me? What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? Oh. The defense, demand this right to cross-examination. Now give it to me. Or I'll cry. Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told you to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How do you know? Well, it's pretty obvious. The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination? The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kasuma is so commanding. Yeah, he's also my boyfriend. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins for Ryunosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in the cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence. Right, evidence. All I have to do is present some decisive, indisputable evidence that proves a witness is lying. Okay, I just need to check my recording. I think I can only record up to an hour of footage, and then I have to stop and restart. Getting close to an hour now. Now, let's go, Ryunosuke. Have I been calling him Ryunosuke? Okay, no, it is Ryunosuke. Okay. Don't let them beat you! Alright then. It's all or nothing. Oh yeah, we're gonna get it. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly, hold on. How could it be from the back if the gunshot powder was at the front? Oh, I have a magnifying glass. Look it. Read it and weep, buddy. I think there's a little something to do with the wine, maybe? I don't remember too well. Oh, there's one. It's silent. It's very silent. What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print on my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. Inconsistency, sir. Oh my god, I can't say it. Inconsistency. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense. How could this print possibly tell us that we don't... What could this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously that, I know what I want to say, but the words just don't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there's no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. Ugh, this is so frustrating. Help me, Kazuma. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Yeah, I know for real. I'm so stupid and even I got that. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. All old bro had to say was just leave out the shot in the back part, and he would have been golden. What? Sergeant Ayisanosa? Yes, sir? What? Sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed a crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes!
But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because. Take a close look at this print. Look at this photograph. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah! Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Bro, the baby's there. Bro just shoved it down, hello? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there is a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this juncture, folks, I'll be honest a little bit. That would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were, bro, the baby is right there. Firmly fixed on a delicious La Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iyasanosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. Ugh, that's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Yeah. Oh, I've been awarded. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood from this trial, just from that one discrepancy. We need more. So, this is what being an ace attorney is all about. That's the name of the game, you said it, the name of the game. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. He was on the floor, bro. He was hitting that thing. Too busy on the floor. Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. This man with the earlobes, dang. Treasure. Oh my. Indeed. The Hoyera Coban, my prize coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute, in the hope of meeting a richer diner who might like to buy it from you. Oh, the day, discreetly. It was to the military man that I proffered my away treasure. Believe that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. But then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The Coban vanished. I turned around at the table. I was, in case mayhap it may have fallen there, and then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I heeded not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded away treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? I don't think he did. Nope. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hawaii Coban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. Oh, did you take it? What if whoever has the coin is the killer? Actually, that doesn't make any sense what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm sure everyone present is aware. This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Oucher? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly commit this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reason behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nose family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido. It would seem those straps are a sign of Sergeant being too strapped to it for them and Andy. Ooh. Ido. Teen Shun. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Oh, that's cute. That's kind of wild that you couldn't find a babysitter, though. Like, I feel like you should be able to, like... Actually, you know what? I don't even think in American courts, if you have, like, a kid and you need to go to court, that they'll, like, take care of that for you. So, it makes kind of a lot of sense that they wouldn't do that in whatever era this is in Japan. Even if what I saw was the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in the back, in the black. That much I did see myself. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Oh. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman. A young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. I hate this man. It is evident, beyond all reasonable doubt, that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Oops, I forgot to do his voice. Dang. He's right, though. There's only one glass and one set of utensils. As you can plainly see, there's only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. I don't understand. Yeah, me neither. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll all be able to telegraph the report to the Great Britain on time after all. The witnesses' testimonies have just heard. Leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Ochi, will have contributed to the enmity of these two great empires is an honor. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood? Tsk, rules can be so unbending at times. Ugh. The true culprit. It's the baby. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing the gun at the foreign man, he was that lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present there. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black-clad cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. I'm kind of stuck on this one. Hold on. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Oh. What's the matter? I can't find anything. I can't find a clear discrepancy anywhere. I'm done for. I can't win this trial. No, 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 no. Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time. So just take your time and try to tease more information out of them first. What do you mean? You can choose to either press or present against each witness's statement. I forgot about pressing. If a witness is saying something you're suspicious about, press him with it on L. With a little luck, you may get more details, which could prove to be crucial. Right, I see. The important point is, there's no sense in holding back. If anything even slightly jars you, press a witness on it, and then press them hard. Alright, got it. I'll press them like pressed flowers, is that what he said? The professor wasn't alone in the restaurant, I'm sure of it. Am I on auto? Okay, no, I'm not. Gotta prove I'm right. It's time to press them for all their words. My fate depends on it. Even if what I saw was in the precise moment the fire was started, it's almost the same thing. Oh, is it now? No, no, no. It's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? How could I? And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So, there you have it. I hate this man's analogies. Have what? Tension! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? No, it doesn't. And let us not forget the antique dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well. Is that so, Korukuta-san? Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as a culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. I just finished drinking my coffee and was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang! A gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the coband from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. I think it's a lot different. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you, with a pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personal present.
Yes!
You must have noticed someone at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. Oh, why can't I go forward? Oh, that's weird. As you've been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. This is very weird. It's like not... I surely didn't put on autoplay, right? Okay, that's auto. Okay, maybe I will just leave it on auto. If only there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else could have noticed her. Unfortunately, I was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner at any restaurant. I know, of course, the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. Okay, for some reason, it's like not recognizing my button presses. That's weird. Is it dead? Or dying? That is so weird. Okay. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating all that at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency. There was indeed a reason. There was? This was found at the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It's a medical report card, Your Excellency. It seems the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the cafe. Hotel clinic, yes. There would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th of November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. That's so weird. It's like going on its own. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to see this. Wait, I can't. Okay. I can't flip it over. Because some of the items I could have flipped over. I don't know if it was in this game or another game, but yeah. It's a table. Wait, was it? Okay. I need to look to get acquainted with some stuff. Huh. Okay, I don't see anything suspicious as of right now. But yeah. Also, I am feeling kind of dizzy. I am talking a lot more than usual, so I may stop with the voices if I get too dizzy. But yeah. The very end, the very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered in the court record as evidence if you think it'd be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report? Yes. Because if he couldn't drink alcohol, maybe that'll be like, oh, why is there a glass of wine? If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are no concern. Oh, whether or not they're of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Am I right or am I right? Very well. The court will grant the defense its request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend. People asserting their rights is the most disturbing trend. Okay, buddy. Officer, please kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record. Victim's medical report card entered into the court record. What we need right now is new clues. I'm gonna adjust my chair. You have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right. I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival, already for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused Korukuta-san. Indeed alone he was the Englishman dining all by himself. Yes! Or was he? So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone? That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. So, the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? Let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support your statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there's only a single beef steak on the victim's table, a meal for one. no. The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not possible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? They're being paid off. If I'm perfectly honest, I have no idea. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What'd you say, cadet? Clearly, I remember. I clearly remember there was a girly pop. A woman sitting across from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Yeah, they know they're guilty. They're getting a pretty penny for this. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it's just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry. The word of testimony of the court heard earlier has clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see the proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom would be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. I need proof. Who's gonna help? Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I still don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. Me neither. I'm lost. I would be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got there. Oh, you mean this one? Yes. This is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it a little more in detail. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press A and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use the right stick. Oh yes, okay, I see. To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using left stick, I can investigate certain items, or certain spots. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. Okay, I'll do that. See if there's something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use right stick, left stick, and A to inspect any areas of evidence that look suspicious. Oh wait, hold on, there's a little flap. Open it up. What's it say? Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar was topical anesthesia. He couldn't eat. Therefore, that food was not his. Extraction of molar, you mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe that there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Medical report added. Okay, for 3 hours. So when did this happen? This new information, meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time to listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. So he couldn't have been eating. So how do I prove that he wasn't eating the meal though? I don't know how. Okay, I know the answer. I just don't know how to go about presenting it. I feel like I'm gonna get caught for this. Yeah, I got caught. As far as I can tell, there's something outward about this evidence. But that... Put yourself together. You look as though your eyes are about to pop out of your head. Aw, man. Okay, so how do I get them to be like, hey... Okay, can I present this? I think I did it. I think I did it. Well, I think, about what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? I wish I could. But first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke? Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kasuma. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully. You know exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. I should probably choose them a little bit carefully, though. Thanks for the advice, though. Korkutsu-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up. You can't object my objection. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, Masha? Sorry, what? You were not to interpret court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But... Sorry, that's an interrupt. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's, remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial any further. The witness testimony is the... Oh. Why is he doing that? Okay, that's weird. Okay, you know what? Let me get another controller really quickly. Because I don't know why that keeps happening. Okay, I have a new controller now. Hopefully it will not start jittering again. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could possibly have... Oh. This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Because I have the facts. Perhaps because the clinic which issued the report card is a dental clinic. Dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? It should. Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? Huh? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating... Yeah, they're all sweating. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't be. My trap card, it's failed. Korkutsu-san. And what, boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that can't possibly be the case! Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthetic. God, even the baby surprised. Expertly done, partner. Thank you, assistant. What's this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. That just proves my point even further. We can clearly see a plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Yonosuke? Yeah, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? Yes, sir. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The lady in blue. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Kind of. Yeah, that's you. Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. Oh my gosh. This is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been, a third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. Don't object to me. You will not let this go, will you? There's no such person. I object your objection to my objection. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on this table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was someone else eating it. Ugh. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. Yeah, get them up out of here, get them up out of here. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage. Why does he just have a sword, by the way? We will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma. Are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. These two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if now it turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit? And murder? No! Oh. Negative. There's no mention of this at the tactical meeting. Oh, he's revealing the secrets. I was just following orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what, they told us. Oh. What? What did you say? Korakuta-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? No, hold on, lad. I was Say, you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with the lady from overseas? What? It's getting spicy now. I might have to end it soon though, because we're getting kind of a lot closer to the 2-hour mark than I'd like to be. What is the meaning of this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? I think it is. Just one simple slip of the tongue! Order! Order! Counsel, explain what's going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. Why is the baby tugging on this poor man's mustache? Dang. So, you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't... This can't be happening! Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe it. Ouchie had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. Could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Or the woman in blue! Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, we can continue our pursuit. We need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. I think it was a killer. I think the lady killed him. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers. It's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated. I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait. Your Excellency. I've had no idea about any of this. I swear oh, I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about this? Well, Your Excellency? No time to think. Just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes to my head. The only person who can, besides the prosecution, the only person with necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses. It can't be him, right? It's not him. Why would he make them lie? It's not... I don't think it's him. I think I might have to go with him, because he's the only person here with, like, real influence other than this guy, and they can't be him, so... And it wouldn't make any sense for it to be him, or... It can't be him, he's dead. It wouldn't make sense for it to be him. Like, if I try to bring it up, they'd be like, why was he the guy? So I think it might... I'm gonna feel so stupid if it's him. But this is the only, like, the most kind of logical explanation. But hopefully they'll explain it to me.
Yes.
There. What do you make of that? I think, counsel, that you may want to close your ears as well as your eyes. Otherwise, the size of disappointment in the courtroom may very well deafen you. Oh no. Wait, I can't examine any evidence. Oh no. Well, it's not this guy. It can't be him. Bro, it can't be him. He's a waiter. They're gonna be like, he doesn't have any leeway. I'll just put this guy, because this is the second most sense-making one. Dang. I'm losing traction here at high speeds. Okay, let me examine this. I don't know how... Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga... Hold on. He's a Chief Inspector? Oh my gosh. I should have looked at the evidence. Then I would have known he's a Chief Inspector. Oh my gosh. I feel so stupid. I feel so dumb. Okay, let me go back. I'll make things right. I mean, he would have been my next guest anyways, but like... Dang. Represent. Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier? Poppycock. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even though head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. What? If he truly were? Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit the court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosona's real identity is proven by this evidence, his business card.
Yes.
I'm not sure what this is supposed to prove, counsel. I think, Your Excellency, that what this proves is It's not the true nature of the waiter, but the true nature of the accused. Sorry? A blackguard who would not stoop to presenting irrelevant evidence to incriminate an innocent man. Wait, don't tell me I'm gonna lose. What? But it is the business card. Try again. Go over all the evidence we have one more time. There's something in there that proves who this waiter really is, I'm sure of it. Alright then. I'll try. Do I have to physically go over and, like, point it out? Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Sato. Oh, it's because I didn't read it? Oh my gosh. His job title. Yeah, it's because I didn't read it. I had to read it first and then present it, I think. I had to update it first. Awesome sauce. Okay, now I can present it. Also, we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so this is going to take me twice as long to edit, which is awesome. The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in the question. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the card is. That's where the telling detail is. Just turn it over, please. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals a man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chef Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? And you never knew? Cause you're stupid. And bold. The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So witnesses there in the stand. You got bribed. Well, not bribed, but maybe threatened. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you the orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Hold it. What are we holding? Is he back? Oh, he's back. Inspector Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add to the court record as evidence. Yeah, he was scared. Thank you. Thank you for that. I remember it now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I tried to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle, but I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So you mean to say you really are a detective? Maybe you won't be after this. But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course, your salary must be terrible. I was working undercover. Undercover? Bro just assumed times were tough. Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant lately. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Are you sure about that? Very well. But you will elaborate on one point for the court? Of course, Your Excellency. You have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you also would have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, Your testimony did not allude to this other diner, therefore I'm led to assume that you in your professional capacity as a police officer require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Oh, why are you coughing? Buddy, I think you should get that checked out. Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. Bang! As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in his hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. She tells the truth, finally. The truth comes out. I immediately sealed out the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. Sorry. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. Oh. It was made clear that Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those are my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was a killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Why? The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil to name an Englishwoman as a primary suspect. Well, it would make sense, though, no? Well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So let's get some evidence. Hello? It would not be better for us if we were like, oh yeah, one of your people did it? But that's not right. It's once again gone silent. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? Yumei University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them is studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory as a young Englishwoman. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean, he's right. When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. Giselle? Okay, I'm gonna go with Giselle. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yumei University's medical facility. What is happening here? Again with this headband. I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene. Wow, I was screwed from the start, huh? And ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise, namely that the victim was dining alone. However, as we've now discovered that this premise was false, it would be a discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and to give it a ruling at this point. But I want to win. That would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraph report to the Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes, sir? You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So it won't be a problem? Oh, it might be. Dude, get on some medication or something. Nothing will get in my way. Except for that hacking. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Oh my goodness, bro. Just get rid of it at that point. Like, it's too far back. Your Excellency. Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. This is perfect timing, because I needed to take a pause. To be continued. Okay, I think I'm going to end the video here, just because it is going a little over the recording time that I'm used to. But that's not the reason why this video will kind of deter from, like, the 4-day schedule. I haven't made a video since, like, sometime in July, actually. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of this specific Ace Attorney game, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see me play another Ace Attorney game, like Investigation Chronicles, I will try to get that, get my hands on that game as well. Because I did enjoy the opening, at least, of that game more than this one. I mean, not that it was interesting, especially with, like, the waiter being a police officer, and I don't know what the baby's there for yet. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked this video. Subscribe if you want to see more. I have some other videos playing other games. I do a lot of variety gaming, so if this isn't your cup of tea, I have some other genres that I play: first-person shooters, top-down shooters, puzzle games, stuff like that. But hopefully you enjoyed, and goodbye.